because I love to post true crimes. Today's true crime is about Frank Mazziotti. New North Carolina man. He was from North Carolina. We're going to first read this article about him and what happened to him, and then we're going to discuss the case. He died in Mexico after uprooting his life for a woman he met online in an alleged romance scam. Romance scams are currently the biggest nonviolent crime crisis rising in the U.S. If any of you watch 90 Day Fiancé, you might also be aware of some of the romance scams that are occurring in different countries, with targets being the U.S. more specifically, it seems, but also other more wealthier countries as well. A North Carolina man's family is searching for answers and justice after he died in Mexico months after moving there for what his family says was a romance scam. Frank Mazziotti's mother got a late night call in August 2023, which is when he died, from her 44-year-old son's new wife in Mexico. He killed himself, his mother was told. Lucia Rocco is the one who relayed this information, and that was his current wife in Mexico. His mother said, "What are you talking about?" and didn't believe it. Louise Mazziotti recalled. Frank and his new wife, Lucy, from Mexico, were married a year before that phone call. After meeting on an app called Clubhouse, his profile on Clubhouse is still active, and it was just last updated in October. Considering he died in August, don't you think that's kind of weird? Who was on his Clubhouse account? Was it Lucy? And why? Did she have to delete something? I know he loved languages and he spoke Spanish fluently. He spoke French and Italian, and so he loved to talk to different people in different languages. And that's where he met Lucia, on that app, and it was a fast romance. It was at this time he divorced his wife of 11 years, paused his local business, sold his home, and made plans to move to Mexico. And not only just that, but part of the Mexico that he was going to was the most dangerous parts of Mexico. The whole thing, I believe it was Mexico City, the whole thing was troubling to me. I didn't want him to go. I tried to get him to rethink and give himself time, Louise said. I said, Frank, you have a bad feeling about this. I don't think you should do this. Please give yourself more time. And he said, well, she keeps telling me, Lucy, how much she loves me and how much she can't live without me. Frank's older brother said he believes he uprooted his life for love. He went down there for love. He ended up being killed, said Michael Godfrey, Frankie's older brother. While the mystery of how he died may never be solved, the family believes Frank is the victim of a romance scam. They hope Frank's story is a reminder to be cautious of who you meet online. It's very prevalent in Mexico, these romance scams. Please be aware. The Mexican police cremated his body, and they will never be able to figure out what actually happened to him. the law that should have prevented his body from being cremated for a year, but it was not enforced in this case. The details of Frank's death continue to prove difficult to track down. The U.S. consulate in Matamoros reports the prosecutor's office in Mexico concluded his death was a suicide. They cite findings of chemicals on his right hand showing it had been used to discharge a firearm and an entrance wound on the right side of his head. However, the consular report of death abroad lists Frank's death as accidental or violent death. Apparently, the pictures are very gruesome, and the family saw them too. They said the way the blood splatters like that, there's no way he killed himself. It was the hardest thing I've ever had to look at my son like that. His brother agrees. I think he was led to believe something that wasn't really true to the heart, Godfrey said. It is critical to treat these online relationships with more scrutiny than in-person relationships. The family says, I wish they understood how it can derail their entire lives again, not just their finances. When it comes to these one-on-one relationship and romance scams, the only person that can save you is you. The Identity Theft Resource Center, which the Department of Justice funds, sees romance scams as the biggest nonviolent crime crisis in the U.S. states in 2023. The younger generation is often the victim. They fall into this category. They feel a digital-only relationship has just as much level as importance as just as much weight as and trust as the ones where they are interacting face-to-face. And I'm not going to dismiss those relationships and say they're less valuable, but I am going to say that I would proceed with caution if you are in an online relationship. And if you or someone you know has been in a love scam or is a victim of a love scam, contact the Identity Theft Resource Center via their telephone number 888-400-5530, 888-400-5530, 888-400-5530. Thank you for watching this video, and you can enjoy the rest of the video. Sounds to relax to. I hope that the family receives justice for their son and can get some closure as to what happened to him. I believe he was the victim of a romance scam because this woman, Lucy, has now opened up her own business off of the old business he made with his wife. So I find that highly suspicious. And she's made her own business. And if you look up her name, Lucy Rocco, you will see. And if you look up his profile on Clubhouse and also on his Instagram, you will see all the links to their websites and profiles, which are still active. But his old website with his old business that started in 2015 with his ex-wife is closed down. But like I said, the new wife has posted a message on there which states to follow her in her new business endeavor, which I said again find highly suspicious. So perhaps they should look more into her motives. Okay, everybody. Bye.